After the first pictures of the main actors in the upcoming Netflix The Witcher series, Cavill has now published the appearance of a not unimportant creature, namely the horse Roach, Geralt's most loyal companion. Also to be seen on it is the Witcher's armor, which is more inspired by the video games than the books, as well as one of the two Witcher swords. The Witcher series will be released at the end of the year, probably in December on Netflix. Chris Hemsworth will soon return to the camera for his fourth solo performance as Thor. Shortly before the Comic-Con, Thor 4 was announced to the surprise of many Marvel fans as one of the films of the upcoming Phase 4 of the MCU. This makes Thor the only MCU superhero to appear in 4 of his own solo films. Fans of the predecessor Thor 3 will be happy again because director Taika Waititi will take over the direction in Thor 4 again. Due to overlaps, the live-action version of Akira will be put on ice for the time being. Still possible is an appearance of Thor in the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All of you who have seen Avengers Endgame will know why. A release date for Thor 4 as well as a shooting start date is not decided yet. For some time now, rumors have been growing of who will be successor of Daniel Craig in the James Bond series. This isn't really surprising since part of the plot in the new Bond 25 will revolve around the retired James Bond, suggesting that it will be over afterwards. For a few days now, the British actress Lashana Lynch has been regarded as the successor. Should the rumors turn out to be true, she would not only be the first female, but also the first dark-skinned Bond actress. Whether she will appear in the new Bond adventure Bond 25 or not is understandably still an unanswered question. Lynch thus joins the long list of possible successors to Daniel Craig, including Thor actor Chris Hemsworth, Idris Elba, Henry Cavill and even Robb Stark. Bond 25 is expected to be released in the US on April 8, 2020. After last week's announcement of Joe Taslim as Sub-Zero as the first actor for the upcoming Mortal Kombat film, scriptwriter Greg Russo now comments on the way the film was made and the possible age rating for the movie. Via Twitter he announced that Mortal Kombat will get an R rating and that they want to show the brutal ways of death on the screen for the first time. So in terms of brutality, they don't want to be inferior to the video game template in any way. Furthermore, this is a counter-trend to other cinema adaptations in the past, which turned out to be much more gentle in order to reach a wider audience. In any case, the highest priority should be to become more successful than the two film predecessors of 1995 and 1997, as both flopped and received more than devastating reviews, which was possibly also due to the lower age rating. A R rating will also be in the interest of producer James Wan, who has had some success with R-rated movies like Conjuring and Saw. An exact release date is not yet known, but the release in 2021 is considered to be likely. The new Lion King remake takes a different approach than its predecessor. In an interview with Fandango, director Jon Favreau, who was also responsible for the design of the animals for the animated The Jungle Book, announces that the lifelike animals in the Lion King remake no longer have human facial expressions, since they want to pursue a completely naturalistic approach. In the interview, he explains that the characters look too much like human beings if you push their facial features too far. Instead, they want to illustrate the emotions of the animals entirely through body language. He himself calls it one of the greatest challenges to convey the charm and humanity of the 1994 original in the same way. You can find out whether the new part is as good as the original since the cinema launch on 9th of July 2019. Ariel's cast is starting to come together. After the controversial cast of Ariel by Halle Bailey, the evil witch Ursula by Melissa McCarthy, and Ariel's friend Fabius by Jacob Tremblay are also in the cast. Now an actor for the male lead role of Prince Eric seems to have been found, and he's no less than the all-time girl crush and ex-One Direction singer Harry Styles. Styles didn't have much to do with acting up to now, yet he did a great supporting role as a British soldier in Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. Now, Styles will embody the beloved of Ariel, which at least visually is closer to the original than some other Disney cast choices. An exact start date for Ariel the Mermaid has not yet been set, but many journalists expect a release in 2021. The shooting of A Quiet Place 2 has been running for a short time, and that's a bit surprising. After all, it wasn't even clear until recently whether there will be a sequel to the horror movie success. Director John Krasinski will be working behind the camera again, however not in front of the camera. In return, his wife Emily Blunt and the child actors Noah Jupe and Millicent Simmons will be back. According to Syracuse.com, the film is currently being shot at locations in the state of New York. Krasinski has also published a photo of the shooting on Twitter. What will also please fans of the first part is that the plot of the second part will seamlessly follow up the first one so that the story continues. A Quiet Place 2 is expected to be released on 20th of March 2020.